believe having a child means that you agree for the rest of your life to go through the world with your heart on the outside of your body because you have so much love for that child.
Having twins was a blessing that I didn't realize would be such a great day. It was double duty, but each day was new and exciting. And to this day, they're still new and exciting kids to me. I am very proud of my kids. They've both done well with their lives. And I'm just thankful that I have two very healthy young couples.
Being a mom is the most challenging job that I've ever had, but absolutely the most rewarding. I think it's hard to explain how having a child changes your life unless you have one, because it changes it in every way. But it makes it so much brighter and so much fuller, and I enjoy my children each and every day, and it's such a joy to have them this time of year to share holiday magic with.
Okay, so I was sitting on a plane. We were flying out of Guatemala City, and I was sitting with my daughter. And my son was in the front of the plane, and I had known him exactly 3 days. And he looked back and he said, "Mama." He said, "Mama," and the whole plane went, "Ah." And then I realized being a mom transcends language. Being a mom transcends countries. Being a mom transcends time and space. It's this connection with another human being, and it is simply like no other on earth. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
I remember when Loss was born, my firstborn, and they brought him into me, and he was wrapped in white, so his blue eyes just shone. And the overwhelming love I felt. And I knew that I was forever tied to this child, and I still am. I mean, Loss is still my child, and always will be. The responsibility of having a child, now you can't go when you want to go, and you can't do what you want to do. You always have to think about another person. And that's true when you're in a family, but it seems like a child makes a family richer, because you begin to see things with new eyes. When they first spot a flower, when they help Dad mow the lawn, when they learn to drive a car. Some of the things are really scary that they learn, but there's always so much awe in all of that. It's wonderful to be able to see the world with new eyes and to know that there's someone who needs you absolutely.
Okay, what's changed my life since I've had a baby? Socially, you don't go out as much. The other things, I think babies were easier. I think nowadays, as my kids get older, I think a lot of things have changed because we're more busy. We don't have a lot of time to do things together. We're doing more things with the kids and sports and activities. I guess the most things that's changed my life is when I first had my first child was learning how to raise a baby, because we had no experience on it when you're a brand new mother.
How did a baby change my life? I can hardly remember what my life was like before any children were in it, but the first baby came to our family when he was 3 weeks old. His name was Brett, and Brett happened to be a baby with a birth defect, and so he only lived a short time, and at 5 months our lives were changed again when Brett died. But we kept the faith, and it wasn't very long until another baby named Scott came into our life, and we were a family of 3 and had a little boy. And a couple of years later then came along Andy, and then we were a busy family with 2 little boys. And I guess it changes your life just by being busy, being parental, being short of time, short of energy. But babies are wonderful, and children are wonderful, And then later in life came some grandchildren. And I'm so very grateful for my girls, Gracie and Jenny. And I have 2 little boys in Oregon named Arlo and Elliot, who make my life very happy. All of those grandchildren do. Thank you.
So having a baby is a way that makes life more enriched, because all of a sudden you have someone new to take care of and someone new to add a new perspective to your life. And after having more than one baby, you find out that every baby is different. And even though they're being raised in the same household, they become their very own individual personalities. And you know what the very best part of having a baby is? Is having grandbabies, because that enriches and makes your life grow even more.
Having kids of my own was a great accomplishment, but even the bigger accomplishment was having my girls have their kids. And it was the first time I was ever able to be in the birthing room with my youngest daughter when my second youngest grandson was born. And it was a great joy to see my daughters become mothers. And now we even have a great granddaughter, but I have to share her all the more. But it will be fun to watch her grow and watch my grandson grow. Thank you.
Babies really changed Maury and my lives. Jacob came along after months of infertility treatments, and it was such a miracle when we found out we were going to have him. It was just wonderful. He changed our lives before he was actually born in that way. When he was born, he was a tiny little 4-pound, 10-ounce baby. When we left the hospital with him, we were pretty sure that we were not actually qualified to take care of something so small and fragile looking. But luckily, he did just fine. And then along came his baby brother, Charlie. When Charlie came along, we had obsessed about something a little bit different. Rather than being concerned about our ability to care for a baby, we were concerned about Jacob's ability as the big brother to not be jealous of his little baby brother, Charlie. But watching their friendship develop over the years has been one of the most wonderful things that we have experienced. Their relationship has just really been a gift to all of us.